We are back, episode 108.
108 of the BSG podcast, or making moves around here. Got a special episode for you tonight. The boys are just hanging out talking golf. Quick rundown of the show. We're going to talk about the Travelers recap, all the action that happened there. Scottie winning again. Got a few comments on Live Golf. Cam Young shooting a 59. And then we're going to make our picks for this week's event for PGA and the LPGA. But before we jump into all of that, Brady with the new backdrop behind him tonight. It's not a green screen. He's somewhere new. He's going to tell us about moon golf.
Yeah, we're in the gaming corner right now. I'm trying the gaming PC to see if the connection helps out a little bit. I don't know. I've been doing good the past few weeks after the big mishap. But first off, I want to start off by thanking our presenting sponsor, Moon Golf, for everything they've done for us the last 2 years. Can't believe it's been that long, honestly. It feels like it's flown by. Ann and Dan are truly the greatest people you can have on your side. And with that being said, they are also the best in the business when it comes to building golf equipment stores. I mean, they literally take consideration of every piece of equipment and put it in that store. They don't keep stuff in there from 2012. It's stuff that's coming out, PGA stores, or what's the PGA show?
New stuff.
They're putting all the new
Superstore.
Not that, but the show. They're putting all the good stuff in there from the equipment manufacturers, and that's why they have 3 locations, and they also have the best quality service you can find. If you don't believe me, just head over to your nearest Moon Golf store and try to find something wrong in their storefront, because you literally won't be able to. This is just one of the many reasons we trust them, and go visit them anytime we need new equipment or grab some new gear. So don't forget to let them know when you're in there that you heard about them on the BSG podcast.
I'm waiting on a Noonan location so I can run it.
Need a Georgia location for sure.
It's coming soon, I'm sure. They're expanding.
Atlanta, somewhere in between. I'll be the manager. Just pay me in golf balls and clubs.
You may need to present that to Ann next time we see her. Little Georgia location.
Well, I don't think the state line works. I think it's got to be further north.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think Noonan's a good spot. There's several golf courses around there, or maybe further north.
Big golfing community in Noonan / Peachtree City.
Mm-hmm. If you could put it right in the middle, right in front of Costco.
Ooh, money.
I got a Jim and Nick's there.
So we love Moon Golf. We got our stuff from there. Gonna jump into it this week. Let's jump into real quick last week, the Travelers. A little recap of it. I watched a little bit of it, but first let's talk about one of the biggest storylines. There's a couple storylines from it. The protesters jumping in on the 18th hole, the playoff at the end. Did everybody catch that? Did y'all see the clips?
It's the Just Stop Oil protesters, and they seem to be everywhere now. But
everywhere.
I mean, everything in your house is made partly from oil.
Mm-hmm.
All the plastic, everything you consume has some part of oil has touched it in the process. Everything on your desk. Oil is so prevalent in the world that you don't even understand it.
If they wanted to be protesting oil, shouldn't they be doing that at the Live event?
They would, but you know what the Saudis do to protesters? They're not heard from again.
That's true. They're a little smarter than going to Live and doing that. But I saw some really good tackles made. I wish we were quicker, of showing screen sharing. I had some of the stuff saved, but some of those tackles that were made were pretty impressive. The way some of the guys got took down, and then you see Scottie just standing there, not sure what's going on. And there's all these jokes going around about what's Scottie thinking when he sees all these cops running towards him.
Had to be terrified. Yeah. They're coming back.
He's coming back to haunt him. But that goes on to be this playoff hole with Tom Kim and Scottie Scheffler, 2 good friends. And Tom gave it everything he had, but Scottie's just doing Tiger Woods-esque stuff this year. It's insane.
Or better.
which we will talk about that. Scottie wins again. So since 1983, the most wins in a single season is 9, and that's Tiger Woods and Vijay Singh both have that number, and Scottie's at 6 right now. And just you're thinking, well, 9 and 6, but to that point, since 1960, at this point in the season, only 2 people have had 6 wins so far, and that's Scottie and Arnold Palmer. So Scottie's on a quicker track to that than Tiger is. So do you think Scottie breaks that single season 9 wins in a season this year?
I do, if he doesn't get arrested again. He can keep his legal trouble to the side. He's fine.
Yeah, got to keep his emotions controlled.
I wish we had who does Joe Rogan? He has Jamie? That's his guy over that he talks to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we need a Jamie so I could ask him like how many more starts does Scottie have this season? Like that's stuff we need to know as we're on the show. But that would help me determine if that's going to happen or not.
Well, that's what I've got. I think on the Pick'em chart, it goes all the way to like the FedEx Cup.
But like he's not playing this week, so he can't win this week.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many more events he's actually in. But historically, and I was listening to this on No Lane Up, around the playoffs, the FedEx, he does not do good. But they're picking him. He's a big favorite for the U.S. The British Open, of course, which is our last major of the year, I believe. But
yep,
if he gets it done or not. So I want to ask this question then. If he doesn't win another major this year, is this season that he's having still special, or is it just a kind of like a kind of season?
To be fair, for anyone else, winning a single major is a life accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
To put him with, Tiger had the Tiger Slam, but that's not really doable in today's world. Everybody's so far advanced with technology and dialed in. I think just winning one is plenty for the majors.
I think like what you just said with all the other like players nowadays are much higher caliber, and I think it's going to be probably one of the best runs of all time because of just the talent level is better than the guys that I would say even Tiger was playing against in like the early 2000s. Like I know there were some good golfers there, but like I think if you take any of the guys like the top 50 of today's OWGR and put them against the top 50 back there, I think I don't even know if you'd beat like one of the older guys would even beat the newer guys right now just because of technology and the way that the people are playing these days.
So I agree. I think it's a good season regardless. I think he may have another major in him. We'll see. I love the number that I saw it on Golf Digest, I think, but it said that so far this season, Scottie's made $27,696,858. And said that actually his winning from this past week, $3.6 million, him winning that hurt his average because it was so low compared to his other winnings, which is insane to think about. I think they said just this season he's like in the top 10 on money earnings or something if they took just his winnings from this season.
I'd believe it. For
he's like number 9, yeah, and some kind of thing.
What do you think Scottie's spending that money on?
He's probably not. He looks like he's a very frugal guy.
He's investing it.
Yeah, probably so. Probably investing.
Yeah,
I would think he's probably doing like Tiger or some of the other guys do with building a facility at home.
Oh yeah.
Was it Xander? I saw an ad the other day for Xander highlighting his home where he's got this par 4 and he can play 100 ways, and it's just ways for him to sharpen his game and be ready to compete. Because Tiger has like a 3-hole course in his backyard.
Mm-hmm. So
I would think he's building a complex to make sure this is more than a 2 or 3 year run.
Yeah. It's insane to think about the amount. And then even for Ted Scott, how much money he's made just from caddying for him. And so I don't know if y'all saw this online this week, but since he swapped to that Spider Tour X, he's won 5 elevated events and 1 major just from swapping to the putter. Should Rory get credit for that?
He should get a half major.
A half major for telling him to swap. Do you really think that putter made that big of a difference? That's the reason
you
why.
Look at the numbers. It was a literal running joke that if Scottie could figure out putting, he would win all the events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if
then he went to the mallet, and he's done it.
What did he? Does anybody know what he had before that? Was a blade? Is that?
Yeah, it was it was some kind of blade.
Dang! Imagine what if we're all just one club away from being better than where we are, like Scottie, just doing it. But that's insane. 5 elevated events and 1 major since swapping the old putter.
He had an old Scottie Cameron special timeless blade.
Oh, that's why TaylorMade's pumping that stat out there, because they want everybody to know he swapped to a TaylorMade putter.
TaylorMade Spider Tour X SS prototype mallet.
That's why I was like, why would they be pushing that so hard? But it's like, oh, we want everybody to know he swapped to us.
It makes sense. There's a literal number difference on wins versus no wins with it. They would show the stats every week. He'd be first in tee to green, first in approach, first in driving, first in everything, and putting, he'd be 40th.
I saw this week, this was fascinating. It was talking about Rory's numbers right now are very similar. They put the stats up next to Phil's when Phil won his first major. The runners up, the top 5s, the top 10s are very close to what Rory's at now. And so everybody's kind of hinting that Rory's kind of due to win one here. But then I saw a comment, and I haven't researched this, so I don't know if it's completely true, but it's talking about Rory's being 35 right now and already has 4 majors, and Phil didn't win his first major till age 34 and went on to win 6. And same with Hogan, won his first at 34. So saying that Rory has a chance to win a lot more in his career, true or false, Rory gets to 8 majors, or what do you think?
True, he gets to 5.
5, one more?
That might be it.
Is it the Masters, though?
No, I don't. I think it's too much for the Masters. He might win the British Open.
Yeah, I could. But that's where I think
to complete the slam, I don't think he does it. But I think he wins another, and that's enough to satisfy his career to have 5.
Yeah.
To list him with the top.
Yeah.
What was it last year? What turn was it last year where he did he blow it on 18 or one? It was at St. Andrews. Was that last year, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, the British Open. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if he does it. I'm not a fan of Rory. I don't know. I don't really care if he does, but let us know in the comments what y'all think if Rory gets it done. Real quick, want to swap over. That's our recap of Travelers. Going to talk for a minute about Live Golf just for a second. Did y'all see John Rahm complaining about the drones in his backswing?
I seen it, and I commented on it on Twitter. Do not care. He signed up for it. He knew what he was doing when he was chasing that money back. He knew they had drones. They have music. You can't play with it. Don't go there.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous to complain about something that you signed your name on the dotted line to do.
And it's not like he started at the very beginning when you didn't know what Live was.
Oh, yeah.
They've been around at this point. You see all the drone, all the YouTube, all the music. To go and complain about it, it'd be like if I went to Point University and paid $50 to play and like, dang, these greens aren't good. I know that.
I was about to say,
I know that before I go.
We already do that. He may be one of those guys that I think may regret his decision of where he went. I don't know, though. The money could speak louder than that. Who knows?
I think Bryson regrets it.
You think so?
He may not say it. He's played against Scottie. He's played against Scottie 3 times this year, and he's beat him twice.
Yeah. I don't know if he regrets going to Live, though, because I think Live helped change who he is, like his personality.
Yeah.
Because he hated the way that the PGA Tour was run, and he wanted to get out of there so bad. And, like, whenever he got on Live, he started the YouTube channel, and he freed up his personality a lot. So I think if there was any positive out of it, he could definitely take that away from it.
He got rid of that ugly hat.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah. Big Randy, I think it's Randy, was talking about a No Laying Up podcast this week that, or maybe it's Neil, watched some of the Live stream. He said, I didn't see any drone footage, so I don't know what drone John Rahm was talking about because they didn't show any drone footage the whole broadcast.
Could have been just some YouTubers out there with the drone.
Yeah, they might let them.
Yeah.
Brady, I sent Casey this picture earlier. This guy on Reddit, he flew his drone too close to some event or whatever. And because everything's pulled by the FAA, they identified him and sent him an $1,800 fine. Just because of everything, we all got that certificate to be able to fly it.
Oh, yeah.
And drones are here for now. For now, the DJI drones are here.
For now.
Yeah, I had a guy at work actually ask me, he said, what drone do y'all have? And I told him, and he was like, I said, well, I don't know if I'd buy one right now. There's some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'd wait and see. So I want to ask this question then. We can interchange Rahm and Bryson right here, but do you think Scottie wins this many times on tour if Rahm or Bryson is still in the PGA?
I think so. I think he's similar to Tiger. It doesn't matter who's in the field. He's pretty level. You don't see him get hot or cold. He plays his ball. He may have maybe one less win, but I don't think it affects him much overall.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I said, I don't know. He might have lost one, but it wasn't because he blew up. It would be because, one of them chased him down and really played better that on Sunday or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I just want to know. Because a lot of people may say, well, he ain't got the same competition, but from what it looks like is that even when he's not playing his best, he's better than the majority of the people out there every single week. Other than the week Zach picked him for the U.S. Open.
And the 2 weeks I picked Nelly.
Yeah. She's out there crying on the course after her blow-up 81.
I know. I haven't had good luck on the LPGA pick'ems. Like, I got 3 cuts out of the last 4.
And we'll talk a minute about LPGA. Let me ask you this. Cam Young shoots a 59 this past week, round 3 at the Travelers. But here's the question. Is it still impressive even though it was lift, clean, and replace? So he was able to place his ball back down, not drop knee height, but place it back down how he wanted it in that area. Is a 59 still as impressive?
No.
I don't like it. They said that on the Wikipedia page for people who shot like sub 60 that there is a asterisk out beside, his name now that, saying that it was like clean and place. Yeah. So that's hard to, that's a little tough right there. But he, I believe he made like a lot of putts. So honestly, might have to give him some credit because like he wasn't like throwing, a lot of darts in there. Like he probably did his normal like proximity to the hole, but he was draining like a ton of putts from what I saw in the highlight reel.
They said it was over like 150 foot of putts he made.
That's a lot.
I mean, when you're
every highlight I've seen, it's a sloping putt that he made.
When you're 5 under through the first 4, you've kind of got a feeling you're going to do something special today. The lift, clean, and replace, I don't know. I mean that other than you're already doing that on the green, so that don't really change anything. But when you're in the fairway or if you're kind of in a weird spot, you obviously can set your ball back down a little bit on top of the grass instead of if it's down in there a little bit.
Yeah.
So it made me start thinking, I was like, I'm going to ask the guys, how many strokes do you think you're saving in a round if we played every shot lift, clean, replace, and you could set your ball back down perfectly? I don't know what the ruling is. If you put a tee down, it's just got to be right there beside that tee. But if it's kind of pushed down in the ground, you're obviously picking it up and setting it back up a little bit and trying to tee it up a little bit. How many strokes do you think you'd save if you went out there and did that?
I think at least 3 or 4. I mean, there's some spots, like in the fields, if you're off to the side a hair, Like I had one last week when I played with the guys from work. We had one in the grass, bent over, and I just had to swing and punch it out. But if you can set it on top,
yeah,
you're trying to actually make a shot then instead of just a recovery.
Yeah, no, I agree. There was plenty of times in the past like that I can remember where the ball just kind of like gets stuck on a little piece of maybe like half of a divot or like a bad spot in just maybe the fairway or the rough, and you're like, dang, I guess I gotta hit it out of this now, and not saying that the
Mm-hmm.
ball's not going to come out right, but just trying to get your club on is the more difficult part there.
Yeah, I would love to do it like go out there and play around and try it and see if it really even makes a difference. Now, it may not, but I think if you're improving your lie every time, obviously you could get a little bit of help there. And then I had this on there. I wanted to ask y'all before we jump in our picks. I was sitting at the work earlier this week working on this, and I was like, I wonder if I asked them without looking, if you could try to give me the top 5 in the FedEx Cup standings right now, could you name them, or what would your guesses be? Who's in the top 5 right now?
I'll give you top 2 only because I've seen the chart recently, which is Scottie and Xander.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Scottie, Xander, Patrick Cantlay.
I'm gonna say Pat's got to be there because he's like 3rd in OWGR right now.
I assume is Rory in the top 5?
Okay, I'm gonna give y'all your 5 guesses. Y'all can work together. That's 4 people. Who else do you think?
So we only got one more.
Yeah, one more spot.
Who's won this?
So y'all got Scottie, Xander, Pat, Rory,
Ludwig.
Yeah, he's got to be up there.
I thought about it. The reason I did it was because I was like, I didn't even know the top 5. So I was like, I wonder if they know. So you got 1 and 2 right, Scottie and Xander, but then it's Rory, Colin, and Wyndham Clark. Those are your top 5.
I don't like Wyndham anymore. After his comments on the top 100 and making it harder to get up there, he's only been there a year.
Yeah. But now, granted, Ludwig was number 5, and he dropped back to number 6 this past week. So he was top 5.
What about Pat?
Patrick was 9 and dropped. I mean, he was 10 and worked up to 9. So he's in the top 10. But the top 10 would be Scottie, Xander, Rory, Colin, Wyndham. That's our top 5. And then Ludwig, Hideki. Don't really hear much about him. Sahith, which is it's pretty shocking that Sahith is up there. Patrick and Byung Hung An, who we don't ever hear from.
He's on Twitter a lot. He's pretty active.
I'm shocked.
He's one of the ones that put that tweet. He said, "I bet Scottie's terrified right now."
Oh yeah,
top running on 18.
Justin Thomas, he had him a week. He was 27th, and after the Travelers, he moved up to 16th.
So I feel like he don't have it anymore right now.
I don't think so. Jordan Spieth's been getting a lot of hate from No Laying Up recently on their podcast. I don't know how much of it they're joking, because I know they're boys or they film stuff together. I'm like, dang, they do not like Jordan Spieth too much on there.
They don't like Bryson either.
On the No Laying Up?
Yeah. They hate him as if nobody's ever made a mistake and tried to move on.
Oh, gosh. And then if you're keeping up with Live Golf, is it Terrell? Oh, Terrell Hatton. He won this week. Took home $4 million in prize money, which to me the whole thing's weird, because isn't that he's winning $4 million, but that's part of his contract, right? So he's only getting his contract money. So it's not as exciting as you think in my head when somebody wins. But that's your. Does anybody have anything on Live? We're gonna give everybody like a 30-second update on Live. There you go. Tyrell Hatton won it.
I saw that. Joaquin was leading the money list. They put it. Did any of y'all see that list that they came out with?
Mm-mm.
I think Liv posted it on their Instagram today. Let me.
Oh yeah, I see it. Joaquin. This is the standings. I don't know about the money.
I think
but
that's it though.
The standings is Joaquin, John Rahm, Terrell Hatton, and then Brooks is like number 6. I don't know. I can't get into it. I'm with No Laying Up made a good point the other week. Like, if they maybe did it more like NFL, where it's like, so Brooks got traded to this team and like showed us his contract. Like, he's going to be on this team for a year. and here's his payout. That'd be a little more exciting when you start seeing trades happening and stuff. But I don't know. It's hard to get into it right now.
Yeah, I wish like every team had a mandatory trade at the end of the year. Like,
that you had to do it.
You had to trade at least one person.
That would be sick.
I'll tell you one thing about Live. It is hard to find matching merchandise like the players. I wanted a Bryson Polo like the Crushers.
Couldn't find one?
No. I think they have a basic generic one, but they don't have like what he's actually wearing. Because I think he's still wearing Puma clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't buy the same merch.
They're just missing out on all the merch. I don't know why golf merch is that way. Like some people get it, some people don't.
And the spikes. You know, we don't have access to the spikes the players wear. Those little metal spikes.
Yeah.
I like those, but you can't buy
them. So that's our little. There's your Live Golf update if you're a Live Golf fan. We may need to do like we're going to start doing it like No Laying Up, where Randy is designated to give us all thing LPGA. We're going to have one of us who's like, you're our Live Golf informant. You tell us everything about Live Golf. And then so another one's going to be our LPGA person. Everybody's going to have their own specialty that they can talk about on the show. That's what we need to do. So let's jump into our picks this week. Hey, if you're listening out there, if you're a golf sponsor, we'd love to have a sponsor for this segment. You know, if you want to toss a little money at the boys' way to be a presenting sponsor on the show is it's booming. I told somebody the other day, I said our podcast is kind of like our bread and butter right now. So if you're looking to jump on the BSG podcast while the train's hot, you can present this segment. But it's time to lock it in this week. Rocket Mortgage Classic. They're going to be, I think it's in Detroit. 15-year-old Miles Russell's making his debut. We talked about him a few weeks ago. Before we make our picks, does he make the cut? Yes or no?
No.
Quick, easy.
I don't think so. I think it's a huge deal for him to even make the debut.
Yeah.
Making the cut, no.
I agree. Brady, does he make the cut?
I have no idea. I mean, I haven't seen him play, but I'm going to say no.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Defending champ Ricky Fowler. This is the moment where Ricky kind of redeemed, came back. His caddy, some say, stole the spotlight. I thought it was cool.
I forgot he won when I made my pick.
This is it. This is that moment last year he just kind of stood there and his caddy comes running out of nowhere. And but it was big for Ricky. This was a good moment for him. So coming up to our picks now. Mitchell's not here, so we'll just say his pick. Tom Kim. Now let's start with the ping hat guy. Z-Rock, who you got?
Ricky.
Repeat?
When I picked him, I forgot he won it last year.
So you're pulling the repeat.
Is he in the field?
Uh-oh.
He would have to be.
He is.
Yeah, he's in there.
He's in the field. I looked at it earlier.
I didn't see him in the top 10. Yeah. I mean, he's played well recently. I was going off that. I forgot he won it last year.
So he's got Ricky. Brady, who you running with?
I'm going with the man that might weigh only 120 pounds soaking wet, Akshay Bhatia.
Did you hear NLU talk about they want him to step on the scale this week to see if that? They said they want to see if that's still right.
Dude, he played really well this past weekend, but just kind of slipped at the end.
And so another pick, I've got Cam Young coming off 59. He's one of the favorites for this week. So at this point, I'm like 10 behind Mitchell. I'm trying to make a run at it. So Cam Young, that's our picks for the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Some notable names in the field. Who we got? Oh, we got ZB's in the field. He's making a run this year.
This might be a good one for him.
You're right. There's no big name people are in this field pretty much. Like none of the big dogs. This is everybody's week right here.
Got Jackson from Auburn, Wesley Bryan.
Oh, Jason Duffner?
Yeah.
He's still he's golfing?
Yeah, apparently.
Dang. Oh, Kisner's in the field too this week. I saw him tweet.
Oh yeah, he wanted that other guy paired with him.
The not the PGA guy. What was that guy? Does he work at PGA? He said he like slammed 2 beers and then played and qualified for
3 before the playoff.
Yeah. And then Kids was
if I
like,
get 3, I'm just right.
Yeah.
And Kids said, put him with me.
That really just shocked me that Duffner's in the field. And Luke Clinton. Luke he ain't turned pro yet, right? He's just getting exemptions into these.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Jackson.
Okay. I was about to say, Luke's getting a lot of exemptions here recently. He's playing a lot of PGA Tour events.
He's a baller. Shipley isn't pro yet either, is he?
No, but he's
on the Latino Americas tour.
Oh, gotcha.
He
Dunlap's pro.
But Shipley's been making a run at it recently. His name's been everywhere.
2 low amateurs on majors.
Yep. I think they said there's only another person that's done that, or something like that. We talked about it last week, I think. So, some notable names to watch in the field. And then let's do our who won't make the cut. I'm going Tom Kim.
Minwoo Lee. He's going to cook early, but not enough.
Oh, Brady, your pick. No.
Dude,
okay.
So Zach even said it. He said he's not even in like the top 10 favorites or whatever. So I'm going Ricky Fowler.
Dang, I just saw that.
I don't think he's going to do it.
So those are our picks. We like each week now. Pick somebody that would shock you that don't make the cut.
He's the 14th favorite to win this week.
Okay. Then it would shock me if he didn't make it. But
he's just got to be top 72, I think, and he'll make the cut.
Yeah.
And get that payday. So those are our picks of who won't make the cut that would shock us if they didn't. So let's transition now over to the LPGA or the Dow Championship. This has been the hardest thing in the world to find pairings for this. I spent all day yesterday looking. They were not there. And then today I found an article on LPGA's website that didn't have all the pairings, just had some notable ones in there. So this is a 2-man team event. They play
2 women?
Yeah, 2 women. They play 4 best ball. And so we had last year was Cheyenne Knight and Elizabeth Zozko, which they nicknamed themselves Elizabethan Knights, which was cool. They had a team name. I have no clue who Yuka Sasso is, but I saw Celine's name. And then I also Googled the favorites, and they're number 1. So I'm going Celine Boutier and Yuka Sasso.
I'm going Lynn and Ferrer. They were one of the favorites. I never heard their name. I just went with the SI.com betting picks.
When are we cutting the deadline?
I've already forgotten their first name.
When's the deadline if Mitchell don't make a pick? Is it tonight?
Gotta be tonight.
I say Wednesday night at midnight.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All events start on Thursday. If as of Thursday start, you ain't got to pick, plus 10.
Don't be sending no reminders.
Right now.
Yeah, no, I think I'm down 10.
No.
Oh, well, don't send.
I'm looking at the updated score, and we can run through that now after Brady gets.
Yeah, Brady, make your pick.
Yeah, so I'm going to go 2 players that played very well this past week at the PGA Championship, Women's PGA Championship. Brooke Henderson and who's their playing partner again?
Lexi Thompson.
Oh, yeah,
Lexi Thompson.
I knew Brooke played really well, and then Lexi played good too, but she kind of had a rough day on Sunday.
So I have an opportunity here to get extra points from Mitchell because he didn't make a not make the cut pick either.
Yeah, it could be real bad for him this week.
Yeah. And don't send no reminders because last week or 2 weeks ago when I didn't pick my LPGA, I didn't get no reminder. So don't send no reminder text out. Run through this pick'em for us.
Currently leading, per the usual, 277 strokes under par, me. Second place, 212 strokes under par, which is 65 back, is Brady. Third and fourth, Mitchell and Casey, 175 strokes back, or 175 under par, which is 102 strokes back from the leader. There's only 9 events left. 8 or 9 on the men's.
Oh, hold on.
6 on the women's.
Something's wrong. We're tied because it's not counting LPGA. That 175 is just my missed cut and PGA picks.
Oh, yeah. I know why I did that because I had to move and put that thing in there.
So once you add LPGA, I'm down 9, I think.
Yeah.
I'm in last place. Or 8.
I had to add this week's event since I didn't really know about it earlier.
Oh, yeah. So we'll get that update to you here in a second. I was about to say, I just looked. I was like, I know I'm not tied with him. I was shocked. We got to start finding the tournament that last place is going to play in. We got to figure out what it's going to be.
So when is the Tour Championship?
August, I think. Somewhere there, because it's hot and it's in Atlanta and it's hot.
I'm trying to think of where to even do it, because you can't do the Kirby. Kirby's a 2-day event. It's like 3 weeks.
And I was looking at some events earlier this week to play in, like amateur events, and boy, they are pricey to enter.
Very, very.
Some of these
Even
things.
the ones that I played in earlier this year, like you have to buy like a membership and then pay for the round, and the round's like usually almost double what it is to play like at those places anyway.
Yeah, we'll have to figure something out.
The crazy thing was like playing in all the RTJ courses that I did, and I couldn't even use my trail card.
Golly. All right, so now you can do the updated pick. You still got pulled up, Zach?
Yep.
You can.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's updated now.
Okay, so I'm at 389 under par. Brady's 340, so he's 49 strokes back. Casey is in 4th place at 251 under par. Oh no, Casey's 3rd place, 251 under par, and Mitch is in 4th place at 244 under par.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
A little bit of room.
A little bit of room. We're trying our best out here to do what we got to do. So there's our picks for this week. Let us know what y'all think, who y'all got winning it. Before we get to the drop zone question real quick, if you go to our YouTube channel, we're at 954, I think. We're only 46 away from the big 1,000, which I can't wait to see 1,000 as our sub. So if you're listening and you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, go do that. It's free. We have the podcast each week. We have videos coming out that we do graduation series right now, and we have special guests coming on the podcast. So it's always a good show. So go subscribe. We're going to wrap this up with the drop zone question. Brady, go ahead and take a pick. Which one do you want to do tonight?
Wow. I haven't even read over these in a while.
I'll go with one.
Yeah,
I'll read one. Does a course having food options? We're gonna change this. Does a course having hot food options in the clubhouse add to the experience?
Yes.
Have y'all tried the new thing at Point?
I haven't yet. I can imagine the chicken fingers will make a difference when I'm playing. I want to try it. I will say, you said hot. Yes, I love a hot dog, but then even just having like a chicken salad sandwich changes it for me. I just don't want a candy bar. Like when we played Callaway Saturday and we're on the Lakeview and all they had was candy bars and crackers, I was like, oh, that's kind of like a bummer right there.
Yeah, because on the lake you don't get to come back by the clubhouse. That sucks.
Yeah,
because like you can on the other course you can like call in like a couple holes ahead and get something.
Yeah.
So I had the same thing. So do you remember like I guess it was like a year, maybe 2 years ago when we played Stillwaters and they had those little prepackaged sandwiches in the clubhouse? Yeah, I thought they would still had those and they didn't. I was pretty bummed. I had to go in there and get your old candy and crackers.
See, I can't stand just a candy bar. Yeah. Look at Marley joining the show.
She walked in here. She's up and running now. So
on her own?
On her own, yeah.
Joni's just letting her run around the house like that?
That's what she does.
Marley, give us your pick for this week's event.
She said Ricky back to back.
Back to back. Yeah, I'm all about the food experience. Zach, what do you think? You didn't give your answer.
I say yeah. I hate when I'm hungry. So like you're playing. A lot of times I don't eat breakfast when we play because it's so early, and I'm just not in the mood to. I'm not gonna stop anywhere and get food. I'm not gonna make a sandwich. I'll have like a Uncrustable.
Yeah.
When I get to the turn, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock. Let me have a barbecue sandwich or a chicken salad sandwich. Anything that's gonna add some meat on my bones. Y'all know I'm so skinny. I need a little extra meat. So I put some meat on my bones. That next swing on 10 is usually bad, but it's worth it.
I like what they're doing at Point. Like they're at least trying something different by putting that that food truck out there. Like most courses don't even give you an option, so at least there is an option out there now.
Yeah,
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
because it's one of the things. Like if you got to Roanoke is what it is. The course is good, but they're not going to have a food truck. We played Stillwater several times. They got the grill out there. I've never seen it running before like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I was about to say when we left there, it was I didn't see it going, which I guess it was like 1:30 our time when we were leaving. That was 12:30 their time, but that we were already finished by then, so it didn't really matter.
I seen that. We played late one day, and we're finishing about 4 or 5 o'clock, and they had the grills going, cornhole and stuff like that, but I've never seen it for like a mid-round grill, which is what I think it should be utilized as. You walk up, let me get 2 dogs, and they ain't got nothing. You have to go into the actual shop to get food.
So that's I agree with you. That's I'll have to start making these as a post and posting them so we can get other people's comments each week too. That's it for episode 108, right? 108.
Yeah, 108.
Doing things on the road to the big 200. I think our next celebration, we need to skip 150 and just wait till 200, make it a good one.
Do it on the course somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And I'm trying to get some once a quarter in person pod. We need to get one planned. I'll get together and do one. Maybe get a guest on or something. But
I'm for it.
That's it for this episode. Let us know in the comments who y'all like to see on. We're trying to reach out to some more golfers and get them on here, and especially some of these guys that like Luke. If we can follow up with him and get him back on now, he's played some PGA events.
Got a pending Auburn golfer coming on.
I saw that. Trying to get
Brendan Valdez.
That, and then we need to follow up with Coach too and get down there and do that thing.
Yeah, we need to go on site. That's a wasted opportunity to not be there.
Yep, and talk about that. So thank y'all for checking this out. Thanks for being a part of the BSG podcast. And BSG, if you haven't already, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. All you need is a Gmail account. And that's it for this episode. We'll see y'all next time.